Hey there, welcome back. Maris here, and today we have settlement survival, and I will show you and explain why I am let down, sad, and yeah, the game needs to be addressed, the issues and everything. But I don't want to rush and just explain and show you what is the problem with it. I saw a huge potential. The game was amazing in early access. They were developing, and now the problem is it is released. What you see here is not only the released game, but the released game story scenario, which is only one right here, right now, being finished. This is it. This is literally the final stage and grand finale, which is not grand and not finale. But just quickly show you, and trust me when I say, and especially me that absolutely love strategy games, I want every single one of strategy games to succeed and be awesome, but I will not give out just participation awards like you made the game awesome. No, that's not that easy. That's not the channel doing such things. So what I'm showing you is what I build, what is not about me, it's about what game gives the options. We have fields, we have different types of materials. Just here or any other screen, I can show you how many food types we have. Then we can make them into simple foods, not the raw, which has more what's its nutritional levels, and then even beyond that, fancy. We're talking about fruit pie, cakes, and feasts, and that's not that. You have different types of drinks, and then you have raw materials, different kinds from different, like really into depth what can be done, and the same goes for the housing, the building. You have different types of farms and fields, and then the raw material gathering, forest, water, mines, like different types and upgrades, and then processing. You need to process those things. Like, this is so cool and built in, and it goes beyond. I'm now showcasing the good part of the game. It has this what it's called stress level that changes, and you can monitor and impact it. And fertility rate now is quite low because, well, I have a quite big population. I have literally almost 1,900 people around, and underage and fertility, and how old they die when it comes the time. Then happiness impacted by different things that you can build. You can dress, make a simple outfit or better, and shoes. You see, I have quite good shoes, and all that impacts not only happiness, but there's also health tier, which, as you can see, the more quality items, it's so. And here is the bonus tier. The higher you have, and then beyond that, one of the cool things which we always love is something how you can impact. You have technology tree that and proficiency, that so amazing things. I was, whenever I was playing it, and then of course you have the seasons, the cycles, the growing part, the temperature, the upcoming ships and people, and town hall, where you can get these guys with additional bonus when their time run out. Some new things, new members can be chosen, and buildings. All the buildings have upgrades. Well, most of them I have already upgraded. You may find some unupgraded. Any? Well, you see this up here. So this is all cool and nice and awesome, but to what end? And what end? This end. This is the end. Where you have the scenario where you have to build the statues, bring them here, finish, and you're done. To build a statue, you need 3 things, and that is the core issue, the problem with the game. You need workers working on the building, as you can see right now happening. It's one thing. Then you need timber, and you need ropes. 3 things. This, and the grand finale looks like this. This is it. In between, there are some screens that pop up and that says, do you want to continue building, quit or continue? There's nothing beyond. It's basically, this is the beginning, this is the finish. Sorry for the spoiler. There's nothing to spoil because there's nothing. There are some other games that are absolutely disastrous in this sense, when at the end, when you at least show me the graph where I am somewhere, I don't know, the statistics, the overall anything but one screen with lousy options. But I digress. This is the least of the problem. I'll show you where my issue. Well, I'm the guy with a lot of issues, but let's roll back a little bit and we will finish in the same. I'll try as quick as possible. So many games out there have this awesome idea about sandbox. Like sandbox, amazing. We have Timberburn, we have Ostriv, we have Manor Lords, we have a lot of games, Valheim. They have kind of story-ish, but basically this is your world, do whatever you want. There is ups and downs with this. Some people absolutely like the freedom, but at some point freedom gets boring. That's inevitable. Inevitably it happens. So that's where the story kicks in, right? So we have a standard mode, we have a sandbox mode, and then we have a story mode where we can read that modes affect game experience, different functions and modes, and missions in story mode. All right. So this is basically the simple thing. Just you are being thrown in the map without goal, without point, without constructor, which is okay, somewhat thing. And then there's story mode. So let's see. When you select story mode, you have setting, you have a story to be told and walk through, and everything is set. And what you can see, there's a game difficulty score, 3,480. Is the max? Is it from 10,000? What is it? Is it? You can read that there's no trades, which makes it more difficult. You can't obtain all the seed. It is kind of tough, but how tough? All right, I got you covered. Select standard mode or sandbox, doesn't matter. Here you can change to extreme, which is like insane difficulty, and what? Not even what? Even less? Wait. You see there are more problems on the way. I will not point out every single one of them, but alright, that's not the extreme, because you can... Citizens' lifespan is longevity. You can select so they die fast. It does not affect. So I'd say it's a bug, but okay. But there are three options. Random events apparently are good events, because if you select rarely, the score goes up. It gets harder. When you start not with 20 people, but 2 people, it goes even more up. And then disasters, frequent. So this is the highest you can get. Like extreme and above, it's basically hell, living hell. 3,300. We had there, the story mode literally is 180 more difficult than the difficultest of the difficult. Alright, it means if you can survive, just live through this absolute disastrous, it means you are the god mode of the strategy and nail the settlement and you can survive, right? Wrong. Let me show you, and I will wrap up. Don't need to make this video longer than it is. So this is the story. The story is being told by one picture and some lazy text beneath. Boom, you start. You start with a lot of people and everything that there is no trade, there is nothing. Remember, I already gave you an idea what you need to do here. You need to work on the stone, which is builders are working right now. You have builders. Then, when it's finished, you need to deliver to the site. This is this log. You are required to provide timber, and you are required to provide rope. 3 things. When that is done, the stone is being moved over. You saw how it looks when it's already completed. And here, builders work a little bit more. When that is finished, you just repeat exactly the same thing over and over and over again. And the amount of ropes and timber need to provide 1,000 doesn't change. Only changes the how much your people need to work on the stone, because every single next statue is a little bit bigger. So yes, if you are thinking what I'm going to tell you is exactly yes. So from 3 things you need to finish this absolutely hardest game ever is work being done. You already have that. Now you have timber and rope to provide. If you look for the buildings what is already created, we have forester's hut, which you guessed right, plant and cut down trees and provide you timber. So work and timber is done. So only thing to finish this absolutely insanely hard scenario is rope. It must be tough to get a rope. Yeah, no. First off, you can't build it right away. That would be too easy. You need 3 technologies to unlock, which basically you need knitting, which is already accessible for you. By the way, yeah, you start with 8 technology points for whatever reason, just because it's the hardest possible option. Anyways, this is what you need. This is where the ropes are made. But I'll give you a heads up. To build it, you need clay. To get clay, you select mining and you select sand mining, which also gives the clay. Activate. And what else you need? You need to get, well, actually you need, to make this, you need reed. So here, unlock reed. To build this reed, you need clay, so you unlock sand. So sand mining, reed, and knitting. 3 technologies you unlock. You have 5 points left for whatever reason. Now, I will speed up the game, and the order is you make a sand pit. This is the first thing. Then you start collecting clay. After collecting clay, you can make reed farm, which will provide you, as you can see, I need clay. So you will get some reed. Once you get your reed, you can get your knitting station, and let's build 2 of them. Build up. And I will throw, just because you are amazing viewers, I will open up and build a 1 clinic. Well, I can build 2, and actually I will do. I am too lazy to run this simulation, but I am for sure it is enough to finish this scenario. What else I will add? We have already the builders that are working there. I will just, with this absolutely insane, ridiculous user interface, add workspaces and manually add workers. I'm not even going to that detail. Now I speed up the game. Why I needed to build a clinic is because absolutely hardest thing here, there will be a plagues. Basically health is an issue. If plague kicks in, you can get quite big hit on your population. And to build this amazing clinic, you need iron ore. You have iron ore given at the start. Just you don't even need to mine it. You can, but you don't need to. And that is used by Smithy. So I need to build this clinic before I run out of already given iron. So I have 2 clinics. Now I'm safe from the plague. I have food. I have water. That's it. I have buildings, I have houses, everything. Now, from this point on, let's collect some clay, because I need a few clay here, and afterwards I will need reed. So at this point, the only thing what holds you back is whenever the building is finished, you need to select what to make, especially when you have more items to craft in the building. The latest update, by the way, after the game was released, every single basically day it comes out a new update, which is giving a little bit more and shows the game was not ready to be launched, which is the main point about this game I'm trying to make here. So We will make clay, then we will make reed, and from reed we will have knitting workshop. From knitting workshop we will start making ropes. From that point, this absolutely hardest story mode can be finished just by not doing anything else. Everything else is built. It's food, and the people will repopulate and be more. They will eat more. They will start off. Then will continue. There's a lack of workers. You don't need to worry about them. It will eventually even out. You need one worker, one rope maker, and one timber maker. That's it. And of course, provide them water and food. That's everything is done. This is what frustrates me the more. I finished the game after it was, I think the save game says 13 hours. And at the end I was like, first of all, there's no finish of the story. The story is no story. You just build few statues without little to no effort. All the technology, all the development, all the things you saw in my previous save game, none of that matters. You make rope at the start. Timber is already built for you, and workers as well. Wow. Oh. And let me remind you, this is the absolutely hardest possible story scenario. If this is the core and hardest of the game, I think I'm an astronaut. So yeah, what I'm saying is the game has potential. And how to fix it, I'll tell you right away. One of the laziest ways is to open up and from the developer side and provide option for gamers to create their own scenarios. Make the land where nothing is fertile. I don't know. You just have the ores and everything, right? You have to trade, or you don't have any traders, and not a single animal lives on your land. It creates different challenges. You don't have leather, you don't have the only inhabitants are all infertile. You can only obtain them if they arrive. Such scenarios which makes game more difficult, because this absolutely difficult one story scenario is nothing. It's ridiculous. It's absolute nonsense. I will finish and I will show you how the ropes are made. Yeah, this is they just released it in this one update. I played it without it. If the game can produce only one item, it automatically picks up and creates it. Otherwise, you need to manually select it, which is just ridiculous. How they could launch the game without such things. And then they fixed some other issues and things, but yeah, my point still stands. If the hardest game is like this, when you open up, unlock 3 technologies, build 4 buildings, and then just go and watch movie, go sleep, walk a dog, meet friends, and the game, the hardest scenario just wins. Yeah, that might give some clues the game is not there yet to provide content, to provide anything. If hitting play and then just doing nothing and watching everything happening, leave that to the movies or TV series, that's where you hit, and without any doing, everything is done and you just need to watch it. This is a game that should be played. There's nothing to play here. You have all the elements, you have the materials, the mechanics, the bonuses, the technology, the locks, the needs for the people, which I can absolutely just ignore. They will not starve, their health will be enough to survive, they will have tents to live. Anyways, you get the point. This is where I am sad, which could be and should be an absolutely awesome city builder game, but there is no content. So either unlock scenario from community, which lazy developers do that. People are happy to provide, and there will be content to play, or make your own scenarios. This one lazy story script, it's not even a script, it's lazy. And the game is not done, it's not ready. It's insane to think you can ship something like this and just remove early access and say, I know, I'm a bit harsh, but you know, you need to feed the developers' families, and then you can't keep the game in early access for too long. But this is not the way. This is not the way. All right, all right. I want to love the game, and please make it lovable. And this is it. We have a rope. The rope is and can be produced from reed and flax. We are making reed and we are making flax. This is it. Now I can go off and come back when the hardest possible scenario is finished. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll meet in other videos, and just a quick point here. Many games that are currently on early access has only in mind this yeah, you need to click. Now they move to the next stage. They have the sandbox in the mind. There's only a sandbox. You open, you play, you clickety-clackety around, and you finish. Without goal, without scenario, without story, it's too little. That's not a secret. And people are different. Some absolutely love this sandbox, but without story, without this, it's too little. It's good start, but it's not the finish. Right? Alright. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe I'm totally wrong and sandbox is the new way to beat the game. Just create something and throw it to the audience and it will be enough. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I don't understand things. Cheers.